Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm just going to show you how I made this headband, and also in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this skirt. This is for my 2-year-old daughter, and the length is 11 inches length and 21 inches waist. So for this tutorial, you're going to need your fabric, some clips, and some tape measure. The waist measurement, which is at the top, which is 21 inches, and I'm just going to add 1 inch seam allowance, so it's 22 inches. The length of a skirt is 11 inches. I'm going to add 4 inches for the seam allowance and the casing. So 3 inches for the casing and then 1 inch for seam allowance. Sewing allowance at the bottom. So we need 2 of that fabric. So both fabrics measures 22 by 15 inches. So each one measures 22 by 15 inches. Our fabric, the right sides are facing up, so it's wrong sides facing each other first. Because we don't have an overlocker, that's why we're doing this first. So we're sewing wrong sides facing each other first. Then we turn our fabric to the wrong side, iron it down, and then we just, as you can see the raw edges in there. We're trying to hide the raw edges because we don't have an overlocker. So we're going to sew 1/2 inch this time, and there you have it. Nice and neat on the inside because we don't have an overlocker, but there's always a way. So now for the bottom of our skirt, we're going to fold in 1/4 inch and then another 1/4 inch just to hide the raw edges like that. And I've ironed it. I'm just going to show you again. The first fold 1/4 inch there, and then you fold it again another 1/4 inch, and that's the bottom. And at the top of the fabric, which the elastic will go in, we've made a big casing. So the casing where the elastic will go in is 1.5 inches, as you can see there. But before we do that, we fold it in 1/4 inch just to hide the raw edges, and then fold 1.5 inch like that. We're going to sew that all the way around at the bottom, and at the top we're going to sew it as well, but we're going to leave an inch or 2 gap so we can insert our elastic. As you can see, that's the gap that I've left. I'm just inserting the elastic with the help of my safety pin. And there you go. Make sure you secure the ends of the elastic so it doesn't go through, or else you have to start all over again. And we're just going to sew our elastic together. Make sure you use a zigzag stitch to secure your elastic, and I just go over about 3 to 4 times just to really secure it. Yeah, do a zigzag stitch across like that 3 to 4 times, and there you have it. Push your elastic in and then finish off closing the gap. And there you go, we have a skirt for a 2-year-old. You can make it for an adult as well. Just measure your waist measurement and your length of the skirt. So for our headband, we're going to sew our fabric right sides facing each other this time. I'm going to do it the proper way. Our fabric measures 32 inch by 4 inches. And I'm using 1 satin fabric and 1 Ankara fabric. You can use a normal cotton fabric and satin fabric. The satin really is just to protect your hair, but you can use, if you're not really bothered about that, then you can use cotton fabric. What I'm trying to make here is the casing. And what we're going to do is measure 3/4 inch like so, at the top and at the bottom like that, and that's going to create our casing. This is very easy to make, guys. If you're making this headband for an adult, then what you need to do is make the length longer, maybe about 40 to 45 inches long, and then if you want it wider, 5 inches wide, 6 inches wide is up to you, but 4 inches wide is okay as well. So when I was recording this, I forgot to press record. So I've already inserted the elastic into the casing, but I'm just going to take out one of the elastic just to show you what I did. So just inserting. Our elastic measures 18 inches. If it's for an adult, make about 20 inches. But this is for a 2-year-old. And this will fit up to 6-year-olds. Even an 8-year-old can wear this. So I'm just going to insert the elastic. So then I inserted the elastic at the top and at the bottom, as you can see. And I'm just using the clip just to hold the elastic in place. We're going to sew down the edges together like that. Can you see? The satin is facing the satin, and we're going to sew it together. Make sure your elastic does not escape. And I'll just tend to go over the elastic part about 2 to 3 times just to secure it. But if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like if you like. Don't forget to share with your friends and family. Let me know in the comments if you're trying this or if you like any parts of this video. Has it been helpful? Let me know. I like to read your comment, guys. Thank you so much for all your support so far. Really appreciate it. Now we're making the bow for our headband, and the fabric measures 11.5 inches. It could be 12 inches. 11.5 inches by 5 inches. There you go. And I've already added my interface. I've just ironed on interface just to make it a bit more stiff. You don't have to do this part, but I just think it makes it more stiff and makes the bow stand properly. And then we're just going to sew and leave about 2-inch gap so we can turn it the right side out. And it's a bit hard to turn it because of the interface. It makes it a bit more stiff. And I'm just using my scissors to poke out the edges, and there you have it. Iron it and then finish off where the opening is. What I'm doing now is, that's the wrong side and that's the right side. Fold it in half like that. Fold it one end in half as well and the other end in half, and you have your bow. I'm just going to use a clip just to hold that in place for now whilst we sort out the strap. The strap is about 5 or 6 inches long and then 3 inches wide. Fold the edges in and then fold it in half, and you have a strap. I'm just going to put that over just to hold our bow in place. Make sure it's nice and snug, and then sew that across. Trim off the excess and then turn. We have to turn that fabric round to hide that bit. It's quite tricky. I'm using my scissors to help me a bit, but yeah, it's possible to do. And that's that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Take care, guys.